Yo.
What up? Chief Keith in the house, bringing you another one. In this video or tutorial, I'm going to show you how to build a studio for $475. And what's funny is a lot of these other videos that you'll find on YouTube or Facebook or wherever, they will break it down for you and they'll be like, you know, here's how you build a studio for $300, or here's how you build a studio for $400. These really low prices, and that's just not true. They're getting those low price marks because they're considering or taking into account that you already have some of the stuff that you need to make this happen. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to break down every piece that you're going to need, including the computer. I know a lot of times they're like, well, everybody has a computer, so assuming you have a computer, I'm not going to assume. I'm going to break it down, everything that you need. I'm also not going to go through a list of 5 to 10 items of one thing, like 5 to 10 microphones that you can get. I've already done the research for you. I've broken it down, and I've got the lowest price items that you can possibly get with the best possible quality. And the lowest price that I can come to of all this research I've done is $475. And most of what I'm going to show you today is what I have to do my studio. Some of the things that I got kind of an upgrade from what I'm going to show you since then, but this is the basic necessity for what you need to build a studio. If you watch my other videos, I have created ways for you to get some income coming in. I showed you how to make a free merch site where you can get merch items for free. And of course, if you want to take them to your shows, you'll have to invest a little bit of money. But if you can do that, get you some merch items, start selling merch and getting some money in, and or you have a side job that you're doing, or a day job, then you can easily save up this money in just a short amount of time. And the best thing for you as an artist is to have your own studio. Be in control of your own creative flow, your own creative content. When you make something, you can go sit down in your studio and make it. Alright, so the first item that we're going to get to, and I'm not going to assume that you already have a computer. Let's say you don't have any of this stuff. The first thing and most important thing, we're going to go in order here. The first most important thing is going to be a computer. You got to have a computer. So I'm going to show you a desktop computer. I'm not going to show you a laptop. I know a lot of people do laptops, and it's convenient to be able to travel. But the thing is you're going to pay more money to have a laptop because you have to have the technology to make everything that's in the computer smaller, and it ends up costing you more. If you get a desktop, you can get a lot more power, a lot more RAM, a lot more memory for a cheaper price. And also, you want to have a routine rhythm. You know, you want to have a spot set up in your house. You want to get into a routine of going and sitting at that spot and creating. You know what I mean? Making a habit out of it. And that'll be the best way for you to move forward in your music. So let's get to the first item, which is going to be a computer. Got this transition over here for you. Okay. So this is actually the computer that I have. Some key points about the computer that you're going to want to have for whatever computer you decide to get. You're going to want to get, at a minimum, an Intel i5 processor. Excuse me if I look down. I have my folder of all my recording stuff right here, so I'm going to look down to reference what I'm looking at as well. But some of the key factors that you're going to want is an Intel i5 processor, which this computer is $160. If you get them any cheaper than that, you might not have some of the details that you're gonna need. But for this computer, it's $160 for an Intel i5 processor, which it has right here. It says right here in the processor series in the details. You're going to want, at a minimum, 4 gigabytes of RAM, which this computer has 8 gigabytes of RAM. And you're going to want 1 terabyte for your hard drive, but the thing is you can get an external hard drive. This computer, for $160, it has 500 gigabytes. That is fine. You're not going to touch that. You can pay $200 and get you 2 terabytes. But I would go with this for now, and you can create plenty of content, and then once you get some more money coming in, you can either upgrade your computer or buy yourself a new hard drive. But this is the lowest price computer. I have Amazon Prime, so I guess that's kind of a prime price, but still $160, and it has all the things that you want. Intel i5 at a minimum, 4 gigabytes of RAM minimum. I prefer that you get 8 gigabytes, but it is what it is. And then 1 terabyte hard drive if you can. Like I said, this one has 500, and that's plenty to do what you need to do. Now we're at $160 now, okay? So the next most important item that you're going to need for your studio is going to be an interface. This is how you're going to run your microphone, instruments, any of that stuff. A lot of people try to get all USB equipment, USB microphones and things like that, and just go straight into the computer. Don't do that. There's so many things you need an interface for. It's going to be best for you to just invest in it. All you need is the Focusrite Scarlett Solo. I have a 2i4 now, but 2i2 is good. But I have found the more that I do and the different projects that I work on, the more plugins I need. So I've had to upgrade, but this is all you need for one mic or one instrument at a time. This is perfectly, this is just fine. I could go through all the specs, but we want the video to be nice and short so you can get in and out of here and see what you need. There are studio kits here, but what happens is if you do these studio kits, you might get a really good interface and a crappy microphone and crappy headphones, or some of the items are a little bit mixed up because that brand might not have the best of something. It just has best of one thing. So the reason I'm separating it from the packages is because I want you to have the best of everything. So your interface, very important. Now let's put this into the calculator here. We had 160 for the microphone or the desktop, and now we got 94 for the interface. We're at $254. The next most important item you need for your studio is headphones. You cannot listen to your music back. You cannot listen to other music without your headphones. You can get studio monitors. We'll get to that later. But cost-wise, all you need is headphones. And you only need one set. But what I did when I started was I got this set of headphones. Actually, I have the 8400. I didn't even realize, but I paid $34 just for the inline volume control. Fuck all that. Just get the 6400. It's the exact same thing. And then I bought these little cheap headphones down here. So that way you and your the person that you're recording with, if you're recording another person, can both have headphones on at the same time. And hopefully this doesn't mess anything up, but I'm going to unplug this here, this jack. This is a dual jack. What you do is you just plug this side in, and then you can plug both headphones in at the same time, and that's really helpful. You can, you plug that into your interface. One important thing that you're looking for when you do get headphones, if you don't want to get these, is you want to get closed back. My washer. You want to get closed back dynamic headphones for mixing and mastering. There's semi-closed backs, there's open backs, and then there's closed back. Closed back is for mixing and mastering because it does the best job of getting out all the other sounds around you. It's not the technology where it's like soundproof, like where it literally shuts all outside sounds off, which you don't really want that anyway. But it does help you zero in and make the music the forefront in your head when you're listening. So these headphones are $99. These are the ones that I have, the exact same model, except I have the 84. But like I said, the only difference is the volume control. So let's add that to the calculator. That's $100. We're at $354. But what do you need now? You need a microphone. How are you going to do any of your instrument recording or vocal recording without a microphone? So this is the exact microphone that I have, Audio-Technica AT2020 Condenser Studio XLR microphone. It's $99. What's nice about this microphone is it already has soundproofing technology in the back here, on the back side of the microphone, so it kind of creates a little bit of soundproof for you. The noise level is 20 dBs, which is really nice. Excuse me for that. And what's also great about this microphone is it's great at recording instruments as well as vocals. I've recorded acoustic guitars with this. I've put it up to my amp and recorded electric guitar with it before. I mean, it's amazing. So this microphone is the best microphone for that price. You will not find a microphone that is better than that for the price, $99. But there are tons of different microphones that you can get, so if you want to look around, go ahead, but this is the best deal. So let's add $100 to that. $454 is what we're sitting at now. There's one more thing that you need to complete the studio. Actually, two more things. One more thing. The last thing, you definitely need a desktop computer. Or I'm sorry, a monitor. So I found this monitor. It's a 17-inch. It's a crappy reused monitor, but it does just fine, and it's for $21. All the rest of them are like $50, $60, $70. But this is all you need. We're talking cheap now and efficient. You can do what you need to do on the screen. Don't be picky. Or you can do what I do, and I don't really watch TV, but I had a TV, so I just hook my computer straight up to my TV with an HDMI cord. That's what I'm doing right now. I use TVs for my computer screen. I don't use monitors. So but if you don't have a TV, you can get yourself a monitor for $21. So now you have everything that you need. Let's add that $21 from $454, $475. You have an entire studio, everything that you need to get yourself going. Now you can start recording people and bringing in cash flow from recording artists or doing other different types of various recording projects. You can record sound from movies. You can do intros for people's YouTube channels. You can do mixes for cheerleading competitions like I was talking about. Some people like to do songs for people's birthdays and whatnot, like sing someone's favorite song and put it on a CD. You can do things like that. There's so many options, and I've done pretty much all of those that I just mentioned to make money from your recording studio. But once you get some more money coming in and you want to invest more, it's really nice to have a pair of monitors. These are the monitors that I have, but they're kind of a newer model. It's really nice. On my monitors, they look just like this, but you have to turn each one on from the back. These, they're both connected and in sync with each other, and there's one power button on one side and it's on the front. So that's really nice. You can get these monitors for $100. There is nothing wrong with these. Most of the other ones are going to be $300 or so. I will say that when it comes to speakers, you get what you pay for. So if you get, a pair of $300 studio speakers, you're going to get some badass bass. You're going to get good sound. It's going to be loud. But these are just fine for what you need to do to just be able to sit down and also kind of give your ears a break, because when you have those closed back headphones on for a long time, the sounds start to get mixed up in your head. You start to get loose, and it's just not good for your mix. You want to be able to take those headphones off, give your ears a break for a little bit, and just kind of catch the sound and hear it through speakers the way other people would hear them. And you also get closer to what it's going to sound like in a car that way. But then still take it and listen to it in a car. I mean, you got to do that. That's the test. So you're going to want some speakers. And then you don't necessarily need this. You do want to consider soundproofing in your room. At first, you can just put some sheets up and things like that, or pillows close to the microphone or behind it to kind of help with the soundproofing. But once you start getting some money coming in, I have one of these, and you can get it for $32 on Amazon, and it's just a recording isolation shield. It goes behind your microphone, but the microphone you have already has one of these inside the microphone to kind of cut sounds off from the sides and the back, but this will help tremendously with that as well. I'm going to have another video on soundproofing, because to me, I don't like to put my microphone in a foam box and then create all the sounds digitally. I like to have a really nice sounding room with natural sounds, natural reverb, and get the room sound the way I want it, and then create from there. And I'll have other videos on how I do that and get soundproof up, and where to place the pads and how to put them up, things like that. But for now, like this will be just fine. You don't need anything else. So these are a couple items that will help. Those are the cheapest prices, $475, and you got a studio, you got another stream of income. Yeah, and I want to be able to help you guys create and make money for your art. This is the best way to do it. These are the best items that I've found. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, because I'm not somebody that's preaching at you like, this is what you have to get, this is what you have to do. I'm learning with you, and I'm going through this process the same as you. I've been doing music for a long time, but as far as recording and doing all of this with a business mindset, it's only been about 2 or 3 years. So I'm still learning and doing the research right along with you guys. I'm just sharing what I have found. So please comment below and let me know what you guys think, if there's items that are better, what you guys like to use. And also, I will have all these links to all these different items that I just showed you in the description below. I love you guys to death. Hit me up in the comments, like, share, subscribe, all that cool shit, and I'll see you next time for another badass video. Peace.
No, right, we on the night train, writing what to see when my flame gets